I didn't expect that. All right. The marquee game of the day, of course, was the Golden State Warriors hosting the Los Angeles Lakers. And I kind of thought the game would go like this, just having watched basketball for quite some time. I thought the Warriors would come out smoking, take a double digit first quarter lead or even first half lead. And then I thought the Lakers would try to make some adjustments in the second half and make a comeback, maybe come within 4 points or whatever. But I thought the Warriors would hold off the Lakers, and I thought Curry would have a big game. Maybe a statement game, I'm pretty sure he remembers the comments about Ball being better than him, and it's just the competitiveness of the game. Most great players love to step up against other great players. You know what I mean? Talking about Curry and LeBron, Christmas and all that, but that didn't happen. The Warriors were flat. They didn't shoot the ball well. They turned the ball over a lot. And a lot of the weaknesses that the Warriors have in comparison to past years hurt them. The Warriors, when they were making their championship runs in 2015 and 16, even though Curry had that year where he averaged 30 points per game, I think it was 30.1 points per game, I believe it was. And when he won his second consecutive MVP award, they were more of a, they had a better bench. That was the thing that the Warriors had going for them then when they went 67-15 in 2015, and then the historic 73-9 the next season. They had that excellent bench, Splites, I think, Barboza, a younger Livingston, a younger Iguodala, Harrison Barnes. You know what I mean? They had a extraordinary bench, and there's some people I'm forgetting. Their bench isn't quite the same as it was then. Another thing that's hurting the Warriors is Draymond Green has taken a true step back offensively. Not that he was ever, Rodney Rogers from downtown, but that year, I remember he shot like 39% from three-point range. And in 2015-16, to the point where you had to respect his outside shot. This year, he's only shooting 22% from beyond the arc. He's been regressing offensively as a player for quite some time. And, if you're the Warriors, you look at that, all right? The organization, you look at that. Also, Klay Thompson has not been himself offensively. I mean, if you look at his scoring, it's consistent. It's been consistent since the first championship year. He's about a 20 to 22 points per game scorer, all right? I don't know why someone once messaged me in one of my videos that that's not a second option scoring. What are you talking about? Most second options average 20, 22, 23 points per game. What are you talking about? But anyway, this team, he has the luxury of not even, the Warriors have the luxury of not even having him as a second option. He's a third option because you have Kevin Durant on the team. But he's not shooting the basketball very well this year. Klay Thompson, he was only held to 5 points this particular game. And, but the Warriors just like I said, just look flat, man. And the Lakers, came out slugging in this particular ball game. They went up by double digits early. The big scare, of course, for the Lakers was happened in the third quarter when LeBron James went down with the injury. Apparently, the MRI revealed that it was a groin injury, but not a significant groin injury. But he was going for a loose ball, and he felt the pop. And you could see him visibly saying, I felt the pop. And, of course, Lakerland held their collective breaths. At the time, I think the Lakers had like a 14-point lead, I think. And you would think with LeBron James going out that the Lakers would collapse. And momentarily that did happen. And the Golden State came within 2 points. But Rondo, who I think should be starting, and I've said that since the beginning of the season, took control of the offense, and he finished with 15 points and 10 assists. And the Lakers were able to hold off the Golden State Warriors after LeBron James' injury by outscoring the Golden State Warriors at Oracle 49-25, I believe it was. In the fourth quarter, the Lakers outscored the Warriors 36-19 and held on for an impressive 127-101 victory. And I think there were multiple Lakers that scored in double figures. Of course, LeBron James, before the injury, had 17 points, I think like 13 rebounds and 5 assists. Rondo had double figures, had double-double. Lance Stevenson scored in double figures. Who else was in double figures? Kyle Kuzma. Josh Hart was in double figures. And Brandon Ingram, and I believe this guy that came off the bench, I didn't even know his name, to be honest with you. Zabka, some shit like that. Ticket is much more immersed. Ticket TV does a far better breakdown than I do. He was mentioning that he thinks he should start over JaVale McGee. Shout out to Ticket TV, man. I think he does the best basketball analysis on YouTube, hands down. I'm more of a historian, but when it comes to the X's and O's of this thing, Ticket's the best. Subscribe to his channel. Zubac, I think his name is. I'll learn his name eventually. He was big, filling in for JaVale McGee. And the Lakers, they got a good victory, man. It was a very impressive victory. But, you know, it's still a regular season game. But it was important. You know, it was a morale boosting game. And psychologically, it should help the Lakers feel like where they are right now. You know, can we compete with the best teams in the NBA? And they can compete with the best teams in the NBA, but it's a difference between a regular season game and a 7-game playoff series. Totally different thing. And this is just a snapshot right now of how the Lakers are playing right now. This is just a snapshot of how the Warriors are playing. Even though the Warriors have won 8 of the last 10 games and gotten a lot of their players back, they still have a lot of bad habits, a lot of inconsistencies. And the Warriors fall to, I think, 23-12. And let's just say, I think the NBA, you know, is more competitive. We've been complaining about that for a while. A lot of basketball fans, you know, the NBA in particular, the Western Conference isn't competitive. The Eastern Conference isn't competitive. And, you know, let's bring back some more parity like we had in the 1970s. Basketball was fun to watch because, you know, the games were closer. You didn't have one dominant team just beating the hell out of everybody. And, you know, even though I think the Warriors are still they're still the best team in the NBA, they're the reigning defending champions, so they're the best team in the NBA, despite what a record might say. But they're the best team, but they're not head and shoulders above everybody else right now. And that's pretty much it, man. The Warriors have some things to look at, and they have to make some improvements. They have to be more consistent. I think they have become too ISO heavy. They're not playing within the team concept as much as they used to. Their defense is not their defense is not what it was before, and that's the most glaring thing to me. Their defense is not what it once was, and they're not getting the contributions from certain players, in particular Draymond Green. And their bench isn't as good as it used to be. But they will be getting DeMarcus Cousins soon, and that should shore up things, especially in the interior. So there's that with them. With the Lakers, you know, apparently this injury with LeBron James isn't that serious, and I think that the Lakers need to make some changes. I think that Rondo should be starting over that bum Lonzo Ball, that lousy bum. And I also think that ultimately, for the Lakers to, Tiki TV has been the first guy to say this, they do need to eventually make a head coaching change. Luke Walton is not strategically the best coach, man. He's not a good adjustment coach at all. He's very average at best. All right. But immediately, that's all I see right now, man. It's a good victory, but hey, it's the regular season, it's Christmas, it's not May or June. So tell me what you guys think about tonight's game, man.